Hello, my beloved souls. Welcome back to another episode with me, Joy Nandi, as we explore the worlds within us. Today, we're going to discuss the topic that has intrigued philosophers, psychologists, and spiritual seekers for centuries: the ego. Join me on this journey as we unravel the mysteries of the ego and explore practical strategies to overcome its limitations. This topic is actually on how to overcome our ego. You see, the ego is the number one thing that gets everybody into trouble. But many of us have a limited understanding of the ego. In fact, the entire study of the Hindu scriptures actually discusses this, including those who take the Bhakti Yoga path, which is worshipping of deities. All Hindu gods are also talking about this one thing, which is the destruction of our ego. So it's a very important topic that everybody needs to understand, because our ego is a hindrance to our self-realization and our progress and success in life. And more often than not, it brings us sorrow, sadness, and disruption. So let's move on. Before we tackle how to overcome the ego, let's understand what it is. The ego, often referred to as the sense of self, is a construct of thoughts, beliefs, and identities that we attach ourselves to. It's the voice in our heads that tells us who we are and how we should be perceived. While the ego is essential for survival, an unchecked ego can lead to self-sabotage, conflicts, and a distorted sense of reality. Now, how do we recognize the signs of an overactive ego? One of the first steps in overcoming the ego is recognizing its presence in our lives. Signs of an overactive ego include a constant need for validation, comparison with others, and an inability to accept criticism. By becoming aware of these tendencies, we lay the foundation for personal growth. What are the practical strategies to overcome ego? Here, there are 4. Now let's explore the practical strategies to overcome the ego. 1. Mindfulness and self-reflection. Practice mindfulness to observe your thoughts without judgment. Regular self-reflection allows you to identify patterns of ego-driven behavior. 2. Cultivate humility. Embrace humility as a powerful antidote to the ego. Understand that everyone has strengths and weaknesses, and there's always room for growth. 3. Practice empathy. Develop empathy by putting yourself in the shoes of others. This helps break down the barriers that the ego builds and fosters meaningful relationships and connections. 4. Let go of control. Understand that not everything is within our control. Acceptance of uncertainty reduces the need for the ego to micromanage every aspect of our life. The role of self-compassion. Self-compassion is a crucial element in overcoming the ego. Treat yourself with kindness and understanding. Remember, the journey towards overcoming the ego is not about perfection, but progress. So as we wrap up this session about the ego, remember that overcoming the ego is a continuous process. It requires self-awareness, practice, and a commitment to personal growth. By embracing humility, practicing empathy, and cultivating self-compassion, we can begin to navigate the path towards a more balanced and authentic self. So, once again, thank you very much for joining me today on this episode on understanding and destroying our ego. And if you like this topic today, please like and subscribe to this channel, because I'll be providing a lot more content on self-realization and self-improvement. And I look forward to seeing you in my next episode. Thank you once again, and take care of yourself. Bye-bye.